Director Julie Weisbrod, and from AARP Michigan, Associate Director for Outreach, Rich Howard. Julie, Rich, welcome back.
Thank
you.
you.
It must be spring. You guys are,
well,
yeah.
We're trying to get there.
Yeah.
And you want to help make people healthy and active.
Yeah. So we have our Walk, Roll, Stroll Jackson coming up. We kick off Tuesday, May 6th. Is our first kickoff.
So it's going to rain.
Probably. And in inclement weather, depending on if it's, tornadoes or something like that. But regardless, I mean, if it's raining and it's still decent, we will still hold it.
Yeah, we had a couple of days of not the best weather for last year's series.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll reschedule. Chances are we'll probably go the following week then.
Rich, why is this an important event for AARP Michigan to be part of?
Well, we've been fortunate to support this event for a number of years because it really fits in with our brain health program, and that's a real priority and a pillar of AARP all over the country. In terms of Walk, Roll, Stroll, it fits right in with a main piece of brain health, which is being physically active. And there are 6 pillars of brain health that I won't go through right now because I'll probably forget one. But again, being physically active is very, very important, as we know. And so we're just proud to be a sponsor with the City of Jackson. And Julie, we've got a great volunteer team that love us, assisting with the events.
Mm-hmm.
What age group are you hoping to attract?
All age groups. So we really try to welcome all Jackson County residents. We tend to get more adults though, but we've got some that are bringing maybe grandkids or maybe some parents bringing them in strollers, but it's open to all.
That's the stroll part of Walk, Roll, Stroll.
Yep, or maybe somebody that has a little bit of some physical limitations and needs to use a walker. That could also be strolling. That's why we named it the Walk, Roll, Stroll, because there's various different modes of moving. And so we're just kind of trying to capture. And you see with the pictures there that we use as part of our logo. Yeah, anybody that might need to move in that fashion, you are welcome to join. You could even bring a pet, as long as they're nice. Might get you moving.
This is open to anyone, not just City of Jackson residents.
Yes, absolutely. So it's city recreation. We're the ones putting it on, but it's open to all Jackson County residents. And we host them the first Tuesday of these respective months. We are at Ella Sharp Park, and each time that we go, I try to highlight maybe a different route. So somebody that might want to know what a 3-mile, like up to a 3-mile route, they'll have an idea like, oh, if I go in this direction, then that might be, and then the next time we might be back at Ella Sharp, I'll highlight another route. And then the second or the third Tuesday of each of these months, we are at Cascades.
And both Cascades and Sharp Park have shortcuts.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we do try to be mindful of somebody that is a little leery about trying this out. I try to make sure, like maybe within the first mile, maybe even 3/4 of a mile, you might be closer to where we started. You could stop then, and then you could continue on. So
I read a study this week that the longer, it was in Women's Health, the longer your walk, time-wise, is more beneficial. Not so much the miles, the length of time that you're walking is more important than the number of miles you walk. In terms of losing weight, for example.
I would imagine, because you spend the same amount of calories, whether you are sprinting to that distance or walking to the same distance. And then I would think having given more time to move your body, it's only going to be more beneficial.
So would you guys run or walk through the rain to stay dry? Which would be...
Oh.
Well, being a picture of health myself, I would probably, I like the flexibility of being able to choose based on how I'm doing that day.
Well, and I jokingly call myself the running snail. It wouldn't matter if somebody were chasing me, you got me, because I have slow twitch muscle fibers. So my feeling fast is not fast.
It doesn't matter how fast you go,
Right.
rain or shine, because it's not a competition. Oh, but wait,
Absolutely.
it is a competition. You can win prizes.
Well, yeah, I suppose you could say it that way. So it is non-competitive. We are not, you can, if you want to time yourself, feel free. We don't have one of those clocks out there. But every time that you do engage in one of the 6 opportunities, we keep, you fill out a registration form. We'll put that in the little basket there. And every time you do, we'll add to it. And so you have, that many more opportunities. And this year we're trying to kind of amp up the prizes a little bit, just because in the past, before I was, the one leading this, we had, what I can see in some of these files, close to like 100 people at each of these events. We average probably, I don't know, maybe 35.
I was going to say 30 to 40.
Yeah, 35 probably on average. And so we're trying to figure out, with the pandemic and all of that, things have taken, their time to kind of beef it up. But we just thought perhaps the giveaway opportunity or options a little more beefy.
Yes, bribe people to come.
Yes, we're not
Yes.
going to tell you what they are either. Got to come find out.
Well, the grand prize is actually being on the Bart Holly show.
Oh,
So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty cool. There's no value. You can't put a
it's
price on
priceless.
that. Yeah. You got a lot of going on. I noticed you've had a lot of educational events and seminars over the winter.
Yeah, what we try and do is work with community leaders to determine how they'd like AARP to engage and what they're looking for. And so based on that, I work with our volunteers and try and fill that gap.
Well, we appreciate all of AARP's involvement in the community. Put on a great show with the MLK Breakfast as a presenting sponsor earlier this year. We appreciate that. And we also appreciate you being part of Walk, Roll, Stroll. Great to see you
As do
both.
we.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you so much.
And we'll post this on Today in the J each time on jtv.tv so you know which park to go
Yes,
to.
thank you.
Yes, because they alternate and you do have to pay attention.
Yes. And do plan on, again, if it's raining, we're still going to be out there. Just dress for the occasion.
Perfect. Julie Reisbrod and Rich Howard with Walk, Roll, Stroll, Jackson.